Good.
All right, the Red Hot Breakfast here on Hot 87.7, number one for news and entertainment. We've finally managed to get the Inspector General of Police live here on the Red Hot Breakfast. Good morning to you, Mr. Musamba.
Good morning, thank you.
Glad you could take some time to speak to us. So we're calling you in relation to the stories that are out there in the media about your decision to fire police officers who are deemed to be loyal to the previous regime. What is your comment on that?
First and foremost, I think facts have been twisted here. And the question is about junkie police officers and their performance. That was the subject. Police officers who have been referred to junk, officers have no morals at all. And I'm sure members of the public are witness to this fact. Now, in the wake of such misconduct, I don't know what the members of the public may expect us to do as leaders. First and foremost, I promise that I would have them, retrained so that their attitude towards the wake is as expected. When that is not happening, I was referring now to such officers getting charged. Once they are charged, they are recommended for firing. That is the best remedy for perfect maintenance of a police force that is loyal to the people.
So, Mr. Musamba, you're saying you've been misquoted?
Absolutely.
So when you say these are junkie police officers, how are they being identified? Exactly.
Listen to me. You have seen police officers falling asleep on the wayside with a gun strapped on their shoulders. You have seen drunken police officers. No members of the public who say they haven't seen such developments on the public scene. So I don't know whether members of the public have been happy with that. If they haven't been happy with that, it's a responsibility of the police leadership to put things right. And I don't see what is wrong with subjecting such junkie police officer to a tribunal and eventually recommend them for firing because they're not fit for service.
Mr. Musamba, just clarify for us here. When you say junkie,
I mean mischievous police officers. Did I break it down for you properly?
You need to break it down, because obviously a junkie is somebody that is, by definition, is somebody that can control a certain or is on a substance abuse that he can't control. So are you saying you have police officers in your police service that are abusing certain substances and it's beyond control?
When I say that, I'm speaking the fact. Unless you don't believe that there are police officers who do such things.
No, we just want.
You don't believe that. You don't believe that the policemen who act like bandits, police officers who have raped people, who have sodomized people.
That's for
are
you.
You not aware of that?
That's for you to tell us.
That's
you are the IG. You are the IG. That's for you to tell us.
Listen to me. That's the junkie behavior I'm referring to. They also take drugs. All right.
Now, is there a link between junkie cops and the Patriotic Front? Because your comments were these are PF recruited cadres.
I said PF recruited cadres because they were recruited during that time. Okay.
But just because someone is recruited under the Patriotic Front doesn't make them a cadre, isn't it?
All I was referring was that they didn't take correct measures to recruit the right crop of police officers.
IG, I mean, there's been talk that you've been making a lot of careless statements, even you linking the so-called junkie police officers to the Patriotic Front. Obviously, you know that you've come under attack from sections of society condemning you, stating that It's a very careless statement. Do you think it was appropriate? That was an appropriate statement for you to make as IG?
Because they behave like junkies. When they behave like junkies, how do junkies behave?
But the question here is the link to a party, which is the Patriotic Front. Well, we would understand if the cleanup, if the cleanup is all about you wanting to clean up the service, and now because of the attachment to a former party, which is the PF, and right now the talk is that you want to get rid of these because they were loyal to the former party, which is the Patriotic Front.
The idea is if they behave like upright officers, they don't need to worry, you know. They don't need to worry. But if they behave, if they misbehave, like it has been the case, you know, how long? People sleeping on the wayside with a rifle strap in his head. Obviously, that is junkie behavior because we don't know what substances he has taken. What has made him, you know, subconscious in uniform with a gun strap over his shoulder.
Okay.
And you want to call that police officer a different police officer?
IG, we'd like to find out from you, based off what you've just told us regarding these junkie police officers, are you therefore saying the only ones that are junkie police officers are the ones recruited under the PF, and you have none that were recruited by the MMD? You have none that were recruited by the UNIP government?
They are there, you know, but the evidence is there, you know. When I say those were recruited during that time, all these chaps were being caught in that dragnet were recruited during that time. And that's all I've said before.
But then, how do you expect people to look at, you know, the police officer tomorrow after the UPND? No leadership per se, because this is, I mean, in the name of democracy.
No,
leadership is permanent.
You know,
yes. So how do you think people are going to look at the police officer tomorrow if there'll be a new government in place and they decided to take the same action and say we are getting rid of this that were recruited during the UPND's tenure because now they are also junkie police officers, if they had to use that term? And that's the reason why
listen, no. You are twisting things to suit yourself. I never called the PF junkie. All I say, the conduct of police officers is junkish.
So when you say, because you said these are PF recruited cadres.
You say that those were your words.
That's what
yes,
you
but
said.
those were your words.
Yes, the majority were recruited during that time.
But you
And they're
said
giving
PF
us that.
recruited cadres.
You said PF recruited cadres. Those were your words.
Okay, PF recruited cadets. What is wrong with those ways?
So you're now contradicting yourself, IG.
Okay. You suit yourself. I say
No, it's not about
cadet.
it. We're just trying to get the facts from you, and that's the reason why we decided to call you. Those were your
Absolutely.
words. You said they are PF recruited cadres. So what we're just trying to understand exactly what you meant when you say that in relation to them also being junkies.
Listen to me. When I refer to them as cadres, of course there were some cadres. Their behavior has been also seen socializing with PF in uniform. Do you understand? They've been traced.
When you say socializing, what do you mean? Are they attending party functions? Are they
Absolutely,
executing party
absolutely.
duties? What do you say? Because the police service is supposed to interact with everybody.
Look, celebrating the PF functions is not on. Okay? It's not on.
Okay,
So you've made it categorically clear that any
You-
police officer
listen,
shouldn't attend any
If you
PF function.
if you take off your uniform to go and attend those party functions, you're being a cadre.
okay, and you've identified these officers that are
Yes, I
active
have, and I've
members of
spoken to
political
them.
parties.
I've spoken to them.
I wonder
I've
if
warned them.
What about police officers who attend UPND functions? What's
Show
going to
me
happen to them?
some and I'll speak to them.
No, I'm just asking because if there's
Yeah,
officers
show
who are
me.
attending PF
I'm here
parties,
to correct the bad tendencies.
if any
And
police
you show
officer
me.
takes off their uniform and goes to a UPND function, you take the same course of action. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely.
And so far, you haven't heard of any?
I haven't heard of them. Show me some.
Okay, that's rather surprising. IG, we'd just like to find out. You're a seasoned police officer. When were you recruited yourself, and how was the recruitment done?
Oh, I had to apply for the job. I had to apply.
When was it?
It was advertised way back in Kaunda days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Seeing that you were recruited that long ago, would you say the recruitment process has changed or anything has? Was there any manipulation in the way that you were recruited? Were people being labeled in your time?
No, because that was a transparent recruitment. I never felt the behavior of any party, cadre, cadet, or constable.
IG, just one last question. Do you think, don't you think your actions are demotivating the service?
Not at all. We are cleaning up the service for better service.
All right. Well, Mr. Msamba, thank you very much for taking time to speak to us today.
Have a nice day. Bye.
All right, you too.
You too.
All right, that is the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Grafael Musamba. Stay tuned. It's the Red Hot Breakfast. Time for us to get to RHB Sports.